Lords 54 is a battle card game similar to that of Magic the Gathering or Pokemon the trading card game. It can be played with 2 or more players. All that is required for each player is a standard 54 card playing card deck, including the 2 jokers that come standard in any box. During the game, each player is referred to as a Lord and has 100 health points to start. When a Lord's health points reach 0, they are out of the game. The game ends when there is only 1 Lord left standing. To begin the game, each Lord will draw 5 cards from their deck. Oldest Lord goes first. Go back and forth if playing one-on-one, or clockwise, starting from the oldest Lord if more than 2 players are playing. To start their turn, a Lord will draw a card. Once all cards are played onto the field and their hand is empty, they will draw 5 more cards next turn. After drawing, a Lord may place any playable cards onto the field during their action phase. Next is an attack phase, where he may choose to target other Lords and deal damage to them. Finally, one may have a reaction phase. They may play any applicable cards they didn't play during their initial action phase. After this reaction, a Lord will pass their turn on to another Lord. A standard card, which may be played onto the field during an action phase, is any card of any suit numbered between 2 and 10, and any face card, King, Queen, or Jack. Number cards are referred to as battalions and indicate the strength of a commander that they are applied to. Face cards are referred to as commanders and lead battalions into combat encounters. Once per turn, during an action or reaction phase, a Lord may summon a battalion into the bottom row, which is known as the barracks. During the same turn, they may also play a commander. However, both battalions and commanders have a summoning sickness, and cannot be moved or tapped respectively on the turn that they are summoned. After this initial turn, any number of battalions can be placed onto any number of corresponding commanders. Please note that battalions only answer to commanders of the same suit. For example, when moving a battalion out of the barracks and onto a commander, say a 7 of spades in this instance, that battalion can only be placed on a commander of the spade suit, and not any other. Moving a battalion onto a commander is a permanent action. That card cannot be removed from the commander unless it is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. There are 3 types of commanders: kings, queens, and jacks. These commanders will engage other lords during combat encounters when battalions are applied to them, with effects as follows. Kings will defend from oncoming attacks. Jacks will send out attacks for their lords, and queens will both attack and defend at their lord's discretion. These commanders can only commit to the offense and defense when they have battalions applied to them. A commander can have multiple battalion cards applied to them at one time. However, once again, this is a permanent maneuver. Once a battalion is applied to a commander, that battalion can no longer be moved to any other card. Please keep a keen eye on how you are rationing out your battalion. Think about good strategies for bolstering your forces evenly. After an action phase, a Lord can choose to begin an offensive attack onto another Lord if they have any offensive commanders. To initiate this attack phase, a Lord must declare that they are going to attack another Lord with a certain card, or cards. After this announcement is made, the attacking Lord will tap their attacking card. This will initiate the attack and ensure that it can't be used again until that Lord's turn around once again. If no action is taken in response, the Lord being attacked will simply take the damage being thrown at them by the other Lord. And if they choose to respond with a defending commander, they will tap the commander they seek to defend with. Once both cards are tapped and the combat encounter has begun, measure the difference in strength between the 2 commanders' battalions. The commander with the higher strength will come out on top, the commander with the lower strength will be destroyed, and them and all their battalions will be sent to the graveyard. That difference in strength from the battalions will then be removed from the health points of the Lord who lost the combat encounter. In an instance of multiple attacking or defending commanders on one side, sort out the difference in strength of battalions by which commander was tapped first. Any commanders that were overcome are destroyed and go to the graveyard, and once again, the losing Lord has the difference in strength removed from their health points. Alright, this is where the real fun begins. There are two types of instant cards, which can be played anytime during any player's turn by any player. The first type of instant card is the Joker. The other type of instant card is any of your 4 aces. Let's begin with the simplest first and talk about the effects of the Joker. During any Lord's turn or phase, a Lord who has a Joker may present it to the field to negate or nullify the specified action of any other Lord. Being that it is a one-time use with no place on the field, a Joker is sent directly to the graveyard after it has been used. In Lords 54, ace cards are referred to as spaces, as they are not numerical values to be placed onto your battalions, but instead indicate a field effect for cards of a similar suit. When an ace is played onto the field, it will go into the space column above the draw pile, and any commander of a similar suit, whether they are equipped with battalions or not, can now be tapped at any time to access that space's suit effect. Do note, however, that once a space is played onto the field, it cannot be revoked for the rest of the game. That suit effect will remain on for the rest of the game until another space is played on top of it. Space cards cannot go to the graveyard. There are 4 space effects, one for each suit of the game, and are as follows. Club's Sub. When the club suit effect is active on the field, and a club commander is tapped, a Lord may substitute one of their commander cards with any other Lord's commander cards. This does not have to be an equivalent exchange. Spade's Raid. When the Spade suit effect is active and a Spade commander is tapped, a Lord may shuffle their graveyard, take the top card off at random, place back into their hand. Heart's Heal. With the Heart suit effect active, a commander going into a combat encounter will have their battalion level added to the total health pool of the Lord they represent before the combat encounter is finished. This acts as an overheal to counteract any damage they may take in the battle. And Diamond's Fly. The Diamond suit effect is to make your commanders unblockable to any other card except for another Lord's Diamond commanders. And that is the basics of Lords 54. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave any questions or concerns in the comments. I'd love to read them. I hope the game is not too confusing and is enjoyable. Thank you for watching.